And because they are ordinance, however, we must allow for public input. So I'm going to open the public hearing at this time. But I'd like to begin by having our clerk indicate the new technology that we have for a public hearing.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I was just about to ask to be able to do that. So we now installed in the chambers a timer for public comment that both makes a sound at the end of the period and also is a light system. So it's green. 30 seconds before the time period is up, the light turns to yellow, and then when it's over, it turns to red, and it makes an awful sound, just to let you know. So don't be surprised.
And both podiums have? Both
podiums. So the timer itself is here at the clerk's desk. Each podium has a light, the lights, as well as your place at the dais, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair?
Thank you. Yes.
Mr. Chair, just a clarification. Is this clerk saying that both podiums now are electrified?
But I think it's a really weak charge.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
All right. With that, there are two individuals who have signed up to speak. They are Alex Zimmerman and Mia Jacobson. I'd like to wish you two a Happy New Year.
You too. Thank you.
Happy New Year.
Okay, so I wanted to talk about today the items 7 through 10 that have to do with authorizing the county executive to enter into agreement.
Yes.
And again, like before, any time an agreement like this comes up on the agenda, we feel the need to bring up the fact that our King County executive never has an opportunity to meet with the public he's intended to represent. And we feel that it's a huge issue having to do with the transparency and accountability of our government. If the individual, our executive, is supposed to understand where we're coming from, what we need, what we want, I don't know when he can have this opportunity if he's never put in front of the public eye to have a question and answer. And as the legislative branch, as the King County Council, you guys do have the power to change that. And I believe you have a responsibility to address that issue. So this leads to a larger trend of the separation of powers from the people. The lack of public participation, the lack of the opportunity for public comment, all leads to this general trend of slowly and subtly legislating the people out of the process, which dictates their own destiny. These are a lot of the issues that we try and bring up as StandUP-America when we come in and talk. Previously, there seems to be an issue that this information or this subject isn't on the agenda, which again demonstrates the fact that the people are losing more and more of the control over the dialogue within their own government that directly affects their lives. And so, also having to do with the salaries, which we bring up as well, the idea that you guys are paid almost 3 times as much as the average citizen really just puts strength to that idea that we are separate, that our government is separate from its people, that you guys are given particular authority that we can't really say anything about, that we can't ask, that we can't comment on, and this is the root of all corruption in our government. There's another thing that's going to happen later in the meeting where Larry Gossett is going to go up for another term as chair council. I'm under the impression that we have no opportunity for public comment about that. We have no way to voice our opinion over the man who's going to be the chair of our council, which again is an issue for the transparency and accountability of the people's government. And so we hope that you guys would address this, either in conversation, hopefully in public and on record.
Thank you, Mia.
Which would allow for an accountable government. And I also wanted to point out the fact that there hasn't been a woman in the last 10 years being the chair, which I personally am frustrated by, and hopefully you guys will address this issue.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, thank you. Your time is up. Oh, okay. Mr. Zimmerman.
Yeah, hi, my name is Alex Zimmerman and I represent StandUP-America. In situation right now, very simply, we want speaking about something what is we thinking is absolutely absurd situation. Can be council chair staying for 3 or 4 years?
No. You have to speak to the 4 ordinances.
Exactly, I talk about you. So you interrupt me because you have personal interest.
I interrupted you because you're not.
Agenda what is we have is very important. We demand what is woman be 1 woman, 2 men is exactly what's happened. And when every council be in chair for 3 or 4 years, so there's 9 councils, so 1 from 9, it will be after 20, 27 years. Guys, come on. What is you doing? Are your mental condition not so good? We demand what is every year will be another chair from another district. It's exactly what is you told me about Martin Luther King, about social justice, social justice for each district, social justice for each council, social justice for people who elect.
I turned the mic on. We'll be on recess a couple minutes.